Awesome. Keep it up.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We've had a short break where everybody had a lovely Easter and had plenty of Easter eggs and lots of chocolate. And we'll not talk about the diabetic danger of that, but that's something for when you guys get older. But yeah, I had 2 Easter eggs. Well, actually, I had 4, but I had to give 2 away because yeah, I bought them for my niece and nephew, so it wouldn't have been nice if I kept them. But right now, I would like to have kept them because I have no chocolate left. I had all my eggs. And anyway, getting to the comms, we're going to look at the standings here quickly. It's McKender in the lead. I believe it's round 6. Could be wrong, but we are quite far into the season. McKender 133, Justin 90 points, so Justin needing to catch up. And then Sammy and Futuristic who won last week. Uh, yeah, he's jumped all the way up to P4, and you can see in the constructors then Virtuosi is 194. So they're kind of running away with it, but it's not over yet. We have quite a few races left in the series, and I am just going to do a little bit of admin stuff here. I need to copy this link, copy and send it, so that there's other people joining me and I'm not just talking to myself here. But while this is happening, I can hear the guys in the back. They have entered into the qualifying session itself. And I believe it's one shot quali. So let me see. Yep, we're 10 seconds away from that. So I'm going to shut this all down because it's a big distraction to me. And anyone in chat, please do say hello. I am on my own for comms today. And let's get underway. This is it. Australia is the track. Haven't even had a chance to introduce the track. It is Australia, the updated version, the 2022 version. And as you can see, 16 drivers out on track today with Meepo and Tenari looking like they're tussling for the top spot there. Sam Aim as well, our gamer, always very fast in qualifying, those two. Justin Ayres as well. McKenna and Jurian Prince opting again not to qualify, as we've seen all season long. Futuristic, who won the last race, is P12. So not doing too good for this one, but as we know, there is a sprint race and a feature. So it's looking like Meepo was going to take it home and pull there, but we have a new pull sitter right now as we're into sector 3, so not far left to go. Let's join on board as Justin makes his way into sector 3, and quite a fast section, pretty much. Yeah, it's a very technical track here, but you can see this major slowdown. Just has to hit that apex, got onto the curb nicely there, and all about momentum onto the finals finish straight, running wide onto the curb and throttle down. Justin does indeed bring home 2 tenths clear of P2. So a good run from Justin there. It looked like he wasn't going to, wasn't too fast in the first sector, but made it up in sector 2, and then in sector 3 just did his thing and stretched his legs, as they say. But yeah, Bob is not making it today. Tipsy Bob has got issues with his internet, and might be watching on his phone with his beautiful wife Kitsune. So if you're in chat, please do say hello. And I'm just getting things set up here, so I do apologize for starting distracted. No one's in chat yet talking. Oh yeah, we do. We have Iceland saying Austria. Listen. I just had a two-hour nap. Just woke up, and I had 15 minutes to set this up. So let's go indeed, Wimpy. Let's go. Yeah, this is gonna be it. The sprint race, Australia. F2 cars. This is gonna be interesting stuff. And we have Justin, who has set pole, but now that's for the feature race. I think. Hold on, did I get it right? Icewind, if you're in chat there, if you want to explain to me the way the qualifying works. I believe the qualifying only applies to the feature race. So the sprint race, we're going to see a reverse. We'll find out. Let's have a look. Lights are up, and we're about to get underway for the sprint race, and it's Dice who's P1. Yeah, so it's reverse grid for the start of the sprint race, and two Red Bull liveries there taking evasive action early days, but Dice is leading into turn 1, CM Punk following close behind, and Jojo, then Eagle Ghost. So Samin, Samin's made a move there. Samin's slipped up the inside, actually run the outside of Joel, and now down the inside of Eagle Ghost, and there's another car come through there, Meepo. So these guys, and there's a yellow flag out. Let me just get the track map. There has obviously been an issue somewhere at the back there. It looks like Nakai, is it Naku? No, yeah, it's virtual safety car at the minute, so no full safety car. We're riding on board with Joel. This gives us a bit of a breather to actually just take in the moment. So yeah, sprint race, 12 laps. So relatively, I would say, not short track, but it's not the longest track for sure. Very technical. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of these yellow flags out today. And I'm just noticing we have a Desi joining us on track today. A Desi who's been absolutely phenomenal in Tier 1. I believe this is his debut F2 performance. Maybe. Someone's fact check that in the background, but look at this, they are running free wide here. At one point they're wanting to get underway pretty quickly, and it's green lights, the green flag is flashing there. So and the car header, who's a McKender, getting a big wobble as he went through the fast chicane. So yeah, not ideal to get green flag conditions just before that fast chicane. Tires are not going to be the warmest, as Desi is just nagging at the back wheel of McKender here, but I think until they get their tires up the and again, yeah, struggling here. So Desi is struggling a little bit with his cars. Just they are quite a bit different than the F1 cars, and Dice in the lead. He has got a 0.6 lead over CM Punk right now, and Jojo's right in there. But there is some battling going on. Eagle Ghost loses position to Meepo, but it looks like Eagle Ghost is coming back at it. We're riding on board with Justin here, who gets a front row seat for this battle, and yeah, Eagle Ghost hanging it down the inside and trying to hang around the outside, but that's a bit maybe. And there's a car ghosted. That's Jojo falling down the order. I don't know exactly what's happening there, but it's causing a bit of a traffic jam in the midfield here, as you can see Tanari now joining on the back of this train. You've got Joel as well behind this. You can see that gaggle up ahead. They're running very, very close. Let's have a look as they go through the fast chicane. It's almost threatening a free wide there. I would not recommend that, and there is not even a 2 wide. And they're jostling for position here. I think did I see a front wing missing there? Maybe not. And Tanari. Tanari having to do a bit of weaving and bobbing there just to avoid contact. And this little snake here starting to sort itself out. And there was contact. Tanari just tagging the back wheel of Jojo there for a second. And there's 2 wide up ahead. It's Justin Ayerts, and it looks like that's Eagle Ghost. Yep, Eagle Ghost once more losing another position. And it's 2 wide. And Eagle Ghost maintaining that position. Justin having to back out there, but Justin going around the outside on the exit, and we'll have this inside line for the. And someone making it free wide there, and whoever it was, I think it was who was that? let's find the culprit. It was Jojo. Yeah, Jojo. Oh my word, this battle up ahead is getting spicy. It's not Eagle Ghost and Tenarian. Eagle Ghost getting run out wide there, so Eagle Ghost fighting hard to try to keep these positions, but falling down the order nonetheless. And yeah, a bit of an ambitious move from Jojo there, making it free wide. So these guys really are having to work for it as McKender makes up a spot there. Is that on a Desi? It looks like it was. And he's got a pretty good run on Joel here. Is he going to send down the inside? This is for the fast chicane. He does go down the inside there. And there's room given, but he had to back out. And McKender getting the best exit out of that last corner. That's enabled him to take that position from Joel. So Joel down to P10. And what have we got here? Let's just take a moment to reflect on this race. Futuristic and Naikau obviously getting into bother early on as they're well down the order, but like up front, Dice leads this race. Meepo setting the fastest lap. Now Meepo has been released from this gaggle behind. He's now joined on to this lead pack here, so let's see what he can do. Samim as well is closing down on these guys. Justin Ayers P5, we know he can win races, and he's currently 0.5 of P4. And CM Punk running very, very close on the Dice. So I think if you're CM Punk right now, you're wanting to... Oh, CM Punk! That's a big mistake there. Is that going to allow Meepo to make the move? Well, it certainly allows Meepo to close onto the back of CM Punk. And you can see there is some... you do get some slipstream. It's not a lot, but it definitely helps on these long bendy straights. And Meepo is thinking about going on the outside. We saw this from McKender. Oh, and there was a slight bit of contact there. Meepo absolutely sends it. He completely, yeah, he took that with full confidence, and that's what you have to do if you're going to make a move like that. And CM Punk is struggling. He's lost 2 positions here in a small matter of time. Meepo with an absolute send. That was some good work from him. Futuristic, the only time penalty on the board at the minute. But look at this. Meepo is now... Oh, and Dice. Meepo is on for the win here. He's got Dice up ahead, who got a pretty bad exit onto this start-finish straight. Our gamer with the second time. Oh, and there's the 3rd time penalty. And unfortunately, it's Meepo who gets it. And Meepo is being run out wide by Dice here, but Meepo is going to make the move down the inside, and that seems to be the preferred line for most drivers here when completing the overtake. And Dice choosing not to stick alongside Meepo and let Meepo go out ahead there. Meepo does have that 3 seconds, so Meepo will have to build a gap. A 3-second gap in 7 laps is possible, but I think Dice is going to play a crucial role here. Is Dice going to give up this P2 to some of these fast guys behind, like Samim and Justin Ayers? Speaking of Justin, Justin is now harassing CM Punk. So CM Punk has done well to defend this high position. He was P2 at one point, but now dropping down the order. And yep, DRS, CM Punk has it, but so does Justin as well. So these guys matched on top speed, heading down to the corner, and Justin getting the switchback done, nicely done. Justin up to P4 for now, and looking at the gap, he's not too far off Samim. Samim is now closed in on a Dice. Meepo has opened this gap up to 1 second, so has now broken the DRS range to Dice. But Meepo is going to be hoping that Dice fights these guys behind him very hard and lets him build that 3-second penalty. There is something happening down the order there, like Eagle Ghost. Yeah, Eagle Ghost is off, and Joel both pointing the wrong way, pointing towards the wall there. So they've had a bit of contact, or there's been an issue coming out of the last corner, and poor Futuristic having to take evasive action there as Eagle Ghost and Joel getting up to speed. So yeah, not good for them. Jojo as well has had an issue somewhere. He started P12. CM Punk picks up a penalty, but that's alright up front. Meepo doing what he needs to do. He picked up that 3-second penalty, which is what he didn't need to do, but now he's doing what he did need to do. I think that makes sense. Too many doo-doos. But yeah, Meepo 2.2 And Dice is fighting here, and this is really going to be crucial for Meepo. Is Samim just going to fly by? And yeah, Samim selling Dice as dummy. Dice kind of covering it a little bit. And yeah, Dice is defending this. And look at that gap to Meepo. That has created that 3-second gap. We are only at lap 6 though, so Dice really needs to defend for his life here if Meepo is going to win this. But I mean, Dice... Oh! I'm not sure who made the mistake. It looked like Dice made the mistake, but then Sammy ran out wide, had to back out completely. And that's allowed Justin Aerts to pull alongside. And we have another gaggle of cars forming here as Dice is trying his best to fight this, but you can see there Sammy had the DRS open. Ooh, and Justin with... Look at that traction control. Taking a tighter line and almost able to pull alongside Dice. But Samim has been released. And Dice going wide there, and almost... It looked like the car got quite unsettled from that. And Justin... Ooh, he's kind of been blocked in here a little bit by Dice. Dice defending well. And holding up Justin, who is a contender for a win here. He's definitely in contention for a podium. But it's all going to come down to how fast he can navigate the traffic ahead. And look at the gap from Samim to Meepo, 4.5. So we'll keep an eye on that. As Samim has been released now, we'd imagine we might see that gap start to close down. But Meepo is very fast on this track, it seems. And Justin and Dice going very, very close wheel-to-wheel action there. Dice definitely fighting hard here. He doesn't want to give up any more positions. As Tanari now on the back of this. McKender joining. Oh, and there's Dice off. Dice is... Looks like there might have been contact, or he's lost the back end. And it looked like a track reset there. Did we just see a track reset? Anyone else see that? But Dice down to P8. Gets overtaken by our gamer. And that's freed this gaggle up front. So let's have a look. Meepo needs to maintain a gap of 3 seconds to Samim. It's currently 4.7, so it's actually increasing. Icewind confirming track reset. Off with his head. There'll be words spoken. I can't even remember who it was, to be honest with you. It was Dice. Okay. Yeah, get that reported. Disgusting. Disgusting. There's Speedy enjoying some live mugging on screen. Yeah, but Samim starting to drop back a little bit from Meepo, so it looks like Meepo, all he has to do is bring it home, keep up this pace. Justin is 1.7 off P2, so even if he does catch up, he still has to make up time on Meepo. So in the F2 car on this track, I don't know if that's possible. Although someone once told me anything is possible, which I disagree with. I don't think anything is possible. Like, I can't turn into a planet. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Like, if I was to turn into a planet, what planet would it be? Yes, Icewind confirming the penalty is 15 seconds. But it really should be more. It should be punishable by death. That's just my thoughts anyway. Getting back to the race though, Samim has maintained this gap. Slightly closed in on Meepo, but it's not enough, and you've got to say we're running out of laps here. And I'm just having a look. We do have some battles in the midfield as Jojo goes. Yeah, he DNS. I think that's in the pit. It doesn't look like it on the minimap, but yeah, I think Jojo is retired in the pits here. But we do have a gaggle of cars forming in the midfield. Actually, we've got Tanari for Tanari on P6, looking to contest. I'm looking at this yellow flag, and that's still for Jojo. So Tanari is going to go for this move, and you can see CM Punk. Well, he's had a fair old time of it recently, a lot of battles, and he's came out on the wrong side of most of them. but Tenari now is the latest guy to duel with him, and CM Punk. I mean, the F2 cars they are quite chunky, and defending does seem like it is possible, but Tenari just kind of sweeps by. CM Punk passively lets him by, and that's probably a wise decision from him. You don't want to be battling someone and losing more time than you need. CM Punk already got that time penalty, and it looks like Tenari weaving there just to say thank you. I once did that. I once weaved on track to say hello to the guy behind, and they reported me, and I got a penalty. So yeah, Tenari, you might get reported for that, and that might backfire for you. But getting back to the race, McKender has made his way up to P4 and is now on the back of Justin ARs. Now, McKender is leading the championship, the Drivers' Championship in F2, and look at how easily he was able to pull alongside there, and that was just with the use of Slipstream. These guys going to go too wide for the fast chicane. No, McKender backs out and cuts a lot of track there. You got to say, I think that was a warning, and I wonder how many of those he's carrying as he once again lines up Justin ARs. Yeah. Oh, and there is contact, and it looked like significant contact. It looked like he was going to go into the wall there, but yeah, I was about to say the effect of Slipstream there. You could see it quite effective for McKender, but unfortunately he run out of track there, and that bit of contact has made him lose a lot of time. So he's got this lap and the next lap, yeah, and Justin kind of weaving on track there to say sorry. Once again, technically could get reported for that. So McKender, if you're listening, if you're watching after the race. Oh, McKender picking up that time penalty. So yeah, we saw him cut the fast chicane on the previous lap, and cuts turn 1, or is that turn 2 on the exit? That gives him 3 seconds of time penalty. So that means that, yeah, Justin's P3 is safe. And I tell you what, Meepo's P1 looks like it's safe as well. Let's ride on board with the man of the moment. As our gamer picks up another time penalty. Let's have a look at see how many time penalties. Who's got the most? It's our gamer with 9 seconds. So congrats to him. Quite the achievement. But Meepo, penultimate lap. What's going through your mind? Are you thinking about that victory? Are you thinking about all the praise after it? All the accolades? Are you in the moment? You're just bringing it home and not thinking about the win. I gotta say, I've been in this position. Sometimes you do start thinking, oh yeah, you know, I won a race. Oh, that's great. You know, and then you're thinking, oh, you feel like you've already won the race, but no, you have not. You have not won the race until you've crossed that line. We've seen guys crash on the final lap of a race before. I mean, not that I'm trying to curse the man, and see John Haltu's in chat, so he obviously will be enjoying this one. Looks like Meepo is going to win this, and it looks like Samim is going to bring it home in P2, and we're seeing some yellow flags there, but not really any gaps. Looks like Futuristic and Joel are jostling out for P13. CM Punk holding on to the back of Tenari in P5. Let's have a look at Joel as he has DRS on the run down to turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and there's contact. Yep, Futuristic slowing down a little bit more than Joel would have liked there, as he was going to try to go for the switchback, I believe. But no damage done, although actually I say that, and I think I see damage on Joel's car. And yeah, I think we will leave that battle and go up front. We're going to ride on board with Meepo. And look at the gap from Meepo to Samin. 7 seconds, so Samin has given up the ghost, and Meepo just has to come out of the final corner, just has to point it towards the start-finish line and hold that throttle down. Fastest lap for Meepo as well, 1:28.9. Brings it home in style. That's what you like to see. Meepo P1 in our return back to racing in the F2 series, and Samin, solid result there, P2 for him. And then Justin in P3, McKender P4 from last, who made up 11 positions. Justin made up 7 actually. And Tenari does hold on to that P5 for now. Desi gets past CM Punk. I believe that might have been on penalties. CM Punk P7 then, Larson P8, Dice P9 was leading the race, but falling down the order to P9. P10 is Jurian Prince, and tell you what, Dice will be kicking himself. Was leading the race for the first half, but the pressure of those fast guys and the pace of those fast guys just ground him down as we still have a car out there yet to cross the line, but yeah, Jurian Prince brings home P10, and Futuristic winning that battle of the back markers, I guess. Futuristic and Joel, P11, P12. Our Gamer, yeah, not having a good day. Our Gamer is someone who can potentially win races, but often see he either gets into instance or has a bit of bad luck. Yeah, so there you go. That's the sprint race. Coming up is the feature race. So sprint race, of course, no, you don't have to pit, but the feature race you do. Eagle Ghost popping into chat just to say this is so different. LOL. Wish me luck. Good luck, Eagle Ghost. Eagle Ghost is my teammate and Tier 1. Bless him. And he's trying his hand at F2. Didn't quite work out there, but I'm sure enjoyed those battles nonetheless as he tries to get up to grip. But we have Meeple on the top step. Looking pretty pleased with himself there. Semi P2, just in P3. So that pretty much runs up the podium. And I better show the results here, or Danico will have my head. Yep, not much to show there, but yeah, you can see a lot of time penalties coming in. About half the drivers picking up those time penalties. But yeah, we are going to have, I believe, Justin. Is it Justin? Is it, who said Paul? I think Justin is going to be in the lead for this race. And McKender, where's he going to be? I think he's, I don't know actually. But we'll find out after this short break, I guess. And I'll just take this moment, really just to reflect on the sprint race. Actually, when I say that, it just basically means try to remember what happened, because literally can't remember what happened in that race. Dice was leading, then he wasn't, then someone else was. Who was that? Oh, Meebo. So that's my race in review. Someone was leading the race, and then they weren't, and then someone else was, and they won, and that was Meepo. He had a time penalty as well. Listen, this commentation is very hard, okay? I'm on my own. There's 11 viewers, and it just went down to 9. But yeah, get involved in chat. I can see chat. I can interact with chat. You can be the co-commentators. I will read out everything you say, as long as it doesn't include the words. And we're underway. We are underway, thankfully. Cut out the jibber jabber. It's Justin in the lead, heading down to turn 1. And we're going to ride aboard with him as he commands the lead into turn 1. Our gamer P2. Meepo starting in P3, so starting pretty high up in this race. He was the fastest guy in the previous race. Can he do it all again and get himself up to P1? Oh, and there is contact there. It looks like Jojo once again being a bit overly ambitious, I think, from what I saw there. But I guess trying to be as opportunistic as possible. He is P5 currently. He is on the Super Sauce, so we've got 6 drivers on the Super Sauce, the rest on medium. So we are going to see a bit of a bit of different strategies play out here. And there is a move at the back. It's Julian and Adesi. It's so weird seeing these guys at the back of the grid, though. So now it's 24 laps. No, it's 17 laps. I'm involved. I support you. Apparently it's 17 laps as Adesi cuts the fast chicane. Although you pretty much, that's the esports line, I believe. Oh, and there is a battle up Up ahead, Justin and our gamer going at it side by side. Looked like our gamer was letting Justin back pass there as Samim is getting past Meepo. So I'm going to ride on board with these. There is a bit of history between Meepo, Samim and our gamer. So this should mean fireworks for us as Jojo is harassing the gearbox of Meepo into turn 1. And just remember, there's no DRS available on lap 2 just yet. And Jojo once again sticking his nose in where really you gotta be honest. That really is not somewhere you want to stick your nose in, because that happens. And Jojo is all the way down to P14 from P5, and there is something happening up ahead. Tenari, oh my word, this is a gaggle and a half. I am trying to figure out what's going on here. It's Mekander, it's Futuristic, it's CM Punk once again in the mix. Ooh, and what's happening here is Futuristic and CM Punk. We can see ahead CM Punk in the orange car, and CM Punk taking a wider line there, and that's just going to allow Futuristic and Mekander to take that position. And yeah, CM Punk trying his best to hang it in here. Oh, and there's contact. You probably didn't realize he's going to get 2 guys overtaking him there as Futuristic went a bit wide there, but able to correct it. And yeah, this is really a story of 2 tires. The Super Sprint and the medium. The Super Sprint tire, you can see in purple there. These guys have got pace, but they need to use it early. And Speedy weighing in there on that incident between Jojo and Meepo, saying he was given 0 space. I don't know. I think he didn't have the right to the space, but that's one for the FIA. I can only say what I see, and I'm an old man, so I can't really see much anymore. With every day, it fades just a little bit more as the Milky Way appears in that. No, I'm just going to shut up. Alright, so Dice is P10. I don't know why that's significant right now, but just thought I'd point that out. But we do have some pretty decent battles going on here, and it's Jojo once again in the thick of it. He's down to P14, and you got to say, I don't know, you do like to see people going for moves and stuff, but maybe just add a little bit of caution in there. But instead of that, Jojo keeps P13. And Jurian Prince is a very, very fast driver here. We cannot rule him out at the back of the grid here, but he does seem to be struggling to get up to speed here. Not making his way through the grid as we'd like. And there is a pass for position. It's in the similar spot as the previous lap. And our gamer makes it stick this time. So our gamer making it very interesting. There's a Red Bull livery fest going on here. All 3 of these drivers rocking a Red Bull livery, and Samim showing his nose there and trying to spook Justin, I was going to say Justin our gamer, Justin Ertz, as Meepo, yeah, falling off a bit. But this is really the tail. You can see it here playing out in real time. These guys on the super softs wanting to get the move done early, and our gamer did get that move done, but Samim he's running up against it a little bit here as Justin is Justin is just trying to hang in there until the medium tires come to him and the super softs fall off, and I think that's going to be any time from now onwards. So yeah, Justin doing what he needs to do, but Samim really doing what he needs to do, and that's keep the pressure on as Jojo picks up another time penalty. His second driver on the grid to do so, and there is a move here. You can see on the outside there it looks like Eagle Ghost was thinking about a move on Tenari. Eagle Ghost on the super sauce, and Futuristic, this is a free wide. Didn't even realize it's a free wide between Mekander, Futuristic, and I believe the third guy, I can't actually work that out. I think that is CM Punk. Oh my word, I'm going to go on board here. It's hard to make out who is who right now, but Mekander and Futuristic and Eagle Ghost and Futuristic are going side by side. Futuristic on the inside, and that's Eagle Ghost on the outside. Futuristic leaving room on the outside, and that just allows Eagle Ghost just to hang it there, and Eagle Ghost getting a pretty good run out. These guys going side by side through most of sector 3, and it's a really tight corner there, and that's going to allow Futuristic to get the move done on the outside. But I mean, even at this point, they are still side by side, and McKenna's still trying to get by them. And it looks like McKenna's actually done that. He's got by Futuristic. Bit of contact there as well as he runs out wide. So not ideal from Futuristic or for McKenna, as CM Punk again coming under massive amounts of pressure as Desi now up to P8. Looks like Desi is getting to grips with this car, and I tell you what, CM Punk took a rather shallow line there, and that's going to allow Desi just to get the switchback done. He knew that was coming there. He let CM Punk just send it around the outside, run wide, and CM Punk battling valiantly, but dropping down the order nonetheless. Let's run on board once again with Futuristic and Eagle Ghost. So some fantastic battling there from these guys. Eagle Ghost coming out on tops for now. And yeah, we kind of forget about that lead pack of our gamer Justin and Samim. Samim starting to lose a little bit of pace there, and you gotta wonder, is this a crossover point for the super... Oh, and who is that? Futuristic? Oh, almost runs into the back of CM Punk there, or into the side of CM Punk. Yeah, it looked like he got a really bad exit, one on the grass, and that pointed him towards the wall. So wowee. And let's see, Action Brother. Who the hell is Action Brother? Eagle on 5. Where did he start? I think the same dad. He didn't have the right to the space. Huh? So we got a Eagle Ghost supporter in chat. He will be loving all that battle that was going on there. And yeah, I don't know what just happened there. I was reading chat, and Eagle Ghost has dropped down to P9. So chat, let me know what happened there. As CM Punk got up to P7 again, but now drops down to P8. So yeah, I mean, really what we're looking at is the crossover point, and that means that Justin is going to start reining in the leader of the race. So you got to say Justin in a pretty strong spot right now. He is going to be on these softer tires towards the end of the race, whereas our gamer will have to go onto these medium tires and take those to the end. So we're about 1/3 of the way into this race, and we're really starting to see something drop off here. But our gamer able to hold on to the lead as Dice picks up a penalty in P12. And quite a few gaggles of cars running about here. It is hard to keep tabs here on my own. I do definitely need a co-commentator to keep an eye on those guys at the back. Oh, it's Eagle's brother. Hey, Eagle's brother. How's it going? Sammy does pull the trigger. He pits, the first guy to do so, but Futuristic joining him as well. So let's see where Sammy comes out. Looks like he's going to come out pretty much last. Not much of a... yeah, there's not much of a spread between these guys. So Samim effectively coming out last, but is the first guy on these fresh mediums, and he's going to try to make it count. He needs clean air, and he certainly has that ahead. He's a 3-second gap to Larson up there in P14. And Futuristic coming out P16, 10 seconds behind Samim, so a bit off the pace, but a lot of clean air for Futuristic and Samim, and you can already see Samim closing in rapidly on Larson. So it hasn't taken him long to get these up to speed, but look, it's Justin and our gamer. They're going side by side, and Justin getting our gamer back where he got the move done on him, but I actually thought our gamer was going to get a nice run on the exit as Justin kind of went deep there to get that move done. But our gamer probably wisely deciding not to fight it too hard. Our gamer staying out here, making use of this DRS that he'll get on this lap. And Meepo as well. We can't count Meepo out. I mean, yeah, Samim and our gamer were running P1 and P3 before the pits here, but they're going on to the harder tire, whereas these guys such as Meepo, Tanari, Adesi, as we did have a yellow flag there briefly. McKenna with it, as soon as I mention his name, boom, gets a time penalty. Commentator's curse at its finest. And we got Eagle Ghost, CM Punk, Jojo, all in the pits. And I believe Eagle Ghost is going to come out behind Futuristic. He did have an issue there, so most of the super soft runners have pitted. Our Gamer is the only guy out there, and deciding to stay out, probably because he did get DRS here, didn't he? And he's going to get DRS on this back straight after this fast chicane. You'll see it pop open here. Boop. There we go. Doesn't really give you that much, but with Slipstream as well, it can be a decent amount. And I would say it's more than likely that our Gamer is going to pit this lap, and we'll have a look at it where he comes out. Oh, he stays out. He stays out. He's extending these super softs run, and he is going to get DRS on the start-finish straight, but he is starting to drop a bit. Well, he hasn't actually dropped anything to Meepo, and Meepo comes into the pits and puts super softs on. So Meepo is going to try and take these super softs 12 laps. What is that? 10 laps? 9. Maths, not my strongest point. But yeah, roughly about 8 laps. So that's doable, I think, as Dice retires, and I think that was in the pits. So no idea why he's retiring in the pits. He given up the Ghost. Never give up. Maybe technical issues. Maybe a terminal issue with the car, as they say. And he is out of the race. But let's have a look. Where were we looking at there? We were looking at our Gamer. Our Gamer has came out. He hasn't came out at all. He hasn't pitted. He is going to pit this lap though. Look at the gap he has lost to Justin in just this one lap. So saying out this one lap extra probably did him no favors. He has lost a bunch of time, and I tell you what, Samim potentially might jump him here, as our Gamer 100% is going to pit, and I think we'll run on board with Samim, who is currently making his way through the field, is under the back of Larson, and as soon as I join Samim, he picks up that 3-second time penalty as he goes for the move on Larson. Oh, and he goes deep. Very easy to do that. We saw that with Justin as well, but Samim going even deeper and running into the gravel, and this means that Samim is most likely not going to jump our Gamer in the pits here, as Tenari also in the pits. And we're seeing some guys choosing to stay out on those mediums. And let's see, where does Samim... Our Gamer actually... Yeah, our Gamer came out ahead. And oh, I have to tell you, Samim, and who's that? It's Meepo. Meepo sends it around the outside. What a move there from Meepo. And it looked like that caught Samim sleeping there a little bit. And I have to say, Samim gets back past. Ooh, another bit of contact there as he does so. So it's not over yet between these two. These two are fighting hard, but Meepo on the super sauce. And a bit of a love tap there. Not exactly what you want if you're the defending driver. Kind of unsettle you. And oh, Justin, oh my word, Justin has lost connection and is now back in. So something's happening up front, but I want to just ride on board with these two guys. Ooh, not much space being given here. These guys, as I said, do have history, but they're running side by side. None of them are going to back out, and Samim having to cut the track essentially to make that. And yeah, just in the left session, so I think he's back in. Yeah, he's back in his car, and Desi pits, Justin staying out. So I wonder how much that's going to affect him. You definitely lose pace if AI controls your car, but Justin had quite a gap there. I mean, really, the gap to Meepo is what we're looking at. Meepo potentially could win this race, you know. Once the pit stops have all sorted themselves out, Meepo before the pits was behind Samim, and we saw that move there on Samim. He is now up to P5, but essentially I think this is for P2, potentially for the lead, this move on our Gamer. So our Gamer is going to defend like a lion, I would imagine. But and I wonder how long these super softs are going to run for. Did Meepo pit too early. We saw initially the guys who started on the super softs, the tires kind of started falling off around about lap 4 or 5. So has Meepo pulled the trigger too early, and it looks like he's going to go for a move round the outside. Thinks better if it feeds in behind, and yep, he's going to have DRS here. He's going to have Slipstream, no ERS for the F2 cars, and yeah, Meepo going around the outside, and he is alongside enough to force Our-Gamer to leave him space on the outside, and Our-Gamer, yeah, Our-Gamer doing well to defend here, but Meepo, he knows he's got the grip superiority, and we're going to see that on the run out here. Yeah, oh, yeah, just enough space being given, and Meepo with the better run, Meepo with the DRS, and looks, oh my word, and that was, yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, so Our-Gamer tagging the back of Meepo, sending Meepo into the wall, and I'm not sure if we saw any damage there from Meepo, but definitely that is one for the FIA after the race. I don't think it looked malicious, but it looked like, yeah, it looked like Our-Gamer was just trying to feed back into the back of Meepo, but didn't leave enough margin for error and actually tagged the back of Meepo, and Meepo down to P7, so no damage on the front of the car that I can see for Meepo, but yeah, that is devastating. Sends him back to P7, and he is on these older super softs as well. And Jan Hal2 is making a very controversial statement. Our-Gamer did that malicious. They were on a straight line. I honestly don't think it was malicious. I think it was just very poor decision from Our-Gamer. He also wanted to feed into the back of Meepo as quickly as possible, but as you saw there, yep, he definitely caught the back end of Meepo, and there will be words spoken after the race, I'm sure. And Speedy calling for disqualification as McKenna into the pits, and I gotta say, Meepo has been done over there pretty good. He was looking like he could contend for the win potentially, and yeah, exactly. You can see here Justin is pitted, he's came out, he's P2, so Meepo would effectively be P1 here. He had to move down on Our-Gamer, and he would have pulled out a gap as well, so the battle would have been between Justin and Meepo for the win, but because of that incident, looks like Justin now in command of this race on those super softs, and really Our-Gamer and Samim are hoping those super softs don't last too long, and that potentially they fall off at the end of the race. And I tell you what, chat is yeah, we're getting some different takes on that incident. Some saying it was an unfortunate accident, some saying malicious, and some saying DSQ. Speedy, I like your style, man. Off with their heads. Off with their heads. Yeah, but you don't like to see that anyway. But we will speak after, as they say. The FAA, I'm sure, will have a look at that. But currently, Our-Gamer and Samim running P2 and P3. But we're starting to see these super soft guys now catching on to the back of them, and Tenari's the first guy to do so as Justin sets the fastest lap, and Tenari looking down the inside and feeds in behind Samim, and he's going to have DRS. Samim of course doesn't have DRS. Samim on these mediums, and oh, Samim squeezing squeezing Tenari there on the run down to turn 1, 2, 3. But oh, Samim run wide there, getting a time penalty. I just joined on board with him, and as he gets it, Tenari up to P3, so Tenari's going to hunt down P2, but you have to say, Our-Gamer does have that time penalty and a potentially report against him from Meepo. So you got to say, Tenari looking good for a podium, potentially a P2 spot, potentially a win. But we are starting to run out of laps here, and really, oh, what's happened here? Yep, our gamer is off. Our gamer has crashed. And that's through that fast chicane. We did not see that. Maybe some spectators saw that in the background there, but I did not see exactly what happened. But he does have front wing damage. He's down to P7, and effectively his race is over. And something's happening here as well. It's Tenari is off. So what has gone on there? Has he lost it on his own? It looks like someone's letting him past. Our gamer, oh yeah, our gamer with that front wing damage. So Tenari either had an incident with Samim there, or he lost it all on his own doing, and that's allowed Mikander up to P5. Meepo is in damage limitation mode. He's recovering from that incident earlier on, up to P4, so doing pretty good for him. And you gotta say, he's currently on a podium, as Samim is still carrying that penalty. And Jan Haltu, Karma, Speedy, also saying that was karma. And yeah, we'll have a quick look at those penalties. Actually, a lot of penalties flashing up across the board. Only 3 drivers, 5 drivers with 5 penalties. And Justin Ayerts and Adesi, 2 of those, as Meepo also gets himself a penalty. Tenari doesn't have a penalty. Could Tenari get a podium here? Oh, Meepo might have just done himself out of a podium. So it's hard to say who's going to get this final podium spot. But let's have a look at some action. Adesi and Samim. Adesi 4-lap super softs. Samim 8-lap mediums. And yep, Adesi just pulling him in, reeling him in slowly, bit by bit. And it has a bit of a run on him here as Justin Ayerts gets a time penalty, but has enough of a gap. And I see there is a move here. It's Meepo and Mikander. So Mikander getting past Meepo. These guys are teammates, so that might have been a bit of a coordinated decision. Did Meepo get 1 warning from that crash? Then that's 3 seconds. That 3 seconds is invalid. I'm not sure. We can have a look after the race. That is very much possible. But right now, what are we looking at? Yeah, we're looking at Adesi on Samim. This is the penultimate lap. Samim is defending like a lion here. And let me have a look here. So P1 is going to be Justin if it finishes as is. P2 will be Adesi. And it looks like Mikander then will be P3. Ooh, and look at the grip. Yeah, the grip advantage of Adesi there. Is Adesi going to go for the move? Down the inside, looked like he was from the camera angle, but on board, no, not alongside. So Samim is definitely doing a good job here. He is under a lot of pressure. He's just trying to hold out for as long as possible, and takes that defensive line, just keeping his car as wide as possible, as they say. But it looks like Adesi is going to get a good run out here. Oh, had to back out there and lost all that momentum. We'll have DRS and Slipstream. And yeah, Samim guarding that inside line. Adesi happy to let him do so. Gets a better exit onto this second straight. And yeah, Samim likes to guard that inside line. So Adesi going to have to go around the long way. And doesn't get alongside significantly enough, but is trying to set up a line for himself here that he's going to... Oh, and there is contact there. It looked like Samim lost it on his own, but it looked like Adesi actually helped right his car. And oh my word, I just saw a blue wall behind Adesi. Look, there's a gaggle, a final gaggle. This is the last lap of the race. I believe Justin is way up ahead. He's got this under control, got Futuristic off. And the battle really for P4 is on. Tenari, the only one out there in this gaggle that has no time penalty, so he's definitely going to beat all these guys unless he picks up a penalty in this last lap. But look at this. 4-car battle for P4 on track. Or sorry, for actually this is for P2 on track. Oh, and Meepo having to take a very wide line there. And just... yeah, go under the grass to avoid contact. Mikander. Oh, and it's Adesi and... Oh my word, what is going on here? Oh, and contact from Mikander and Samim. And that's allowing Adesi up ahead to cross line in P2. So some questionable driving there in the final lap of the race, but Justin P1 in the end, Desi P2, and Tanari picks up that final podium position. P3, McKenna P4, Meepo P5, our gamer P6, and Sammy actually all the way down in P7 due to that time penalty and that incident. Joel recovering, getting himself a point, I believe, for P8. I think it's 1 point, maybe full point. Might be 4 points, might be 1, might be 2, 3. I don't know. He gets some points. CM Punk as well might get some points. Jojo P10 for him. And we still got guys out there. We saw Action Brother, the brother of Eagle Ghost. As we watch Eagle Ghost cross the line, it was his debut in the F2 series. And I have to say, didn't do too badly at all. Not lost. Hashtag not lost, as I say before every race. And there's a bit of a discussion going on in chat. Desi was weaving. Yeah, so yeah, we did see some dodgy stuff there on track, but futuristic. Last week's winner. This week's donut supplier. Yeah, so time to reflect. I also need to pick a driver of the day. So chat, I'm gonna put it over to you guys. Driver of the not driver of the day, driver of the weekend. I have to make this selection for the guys. So I'm gonna actually let you guys influence my decision, aka let you make the decision. John, you're a little bit biased, but yeah, Meepo definitely a contender. John saying Meepo or Meepo. Eagle Ghost, I'm cursed not to take points in F1. Someday, don't worry, Eagle Ghost, stick at it, bro. Stick at it. Yeah, but Chad, who are your contenders for driver of the weekend? Not just driver of the day, but oh, yeah, there's 3 options there from John. Meepo, or alternatively Meepo. Eagle Goose, who was your driver of the weekend? I mean, you were on the track there. Did you see anybody you went, wow, if anyone was to get driver of the day, it would be that guy? A Desi in the feature race, getting up to P2, so we cannot, yeah, we cannot miss that. He was P14 at the start, P2 at the end, and it's all finish action at the top there. You can see P2 to P5, all fins, but the French flag atop once more. And Justin, yeah, I gotta say, Justin did need to close in a little bit on the on that lead of McKenna in the championship. So Justin definitely having a good time out there today. I think let's have a look. Blah blah blah. McKenna, no, Tanari. Yeah, I say Tanari. Tanari gets a mention for driver of the day. Meepo as well, yeah, I would say Meepo. Yeah. I think Justin had a very good race pace. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Justin. Yeah, it kind of don't count Justin that much because he's just so fast. You just take it for granted how fast he is and how good he is. So maybe Justin or oh god, he's listening. Justin, who do you think for driver of the day? We've got the choices are Meepo, or Justin, and you can't choose yourself. So let's switch it over. But yeah, some good racing there. And there's Justin a Desi, so there's another name in the hat. Maybe we'll go with a Desi. I actually did spot that. I thought Desi did. I thought Tanari as well, yeah. I wonder if Bing, bing. You know what?
Hmm.
Let's not talk in stream chat. Let's do it live. You know, let's talk
Yeah.
mano el mano. Who's driver of the day?
Um.
Help me sort this out. I have no idea. You thinking of Desi
Well,
maybe?
where did Desi finish? P2? Was it?
Yeah, in the feature, yeah.
Yeah. Well, considering it's his first race in F2, I would say that's a pretty good show.
Okay, there you
So,
go. Right.
Desi gets my vote.
Okay, and if anyone gives me grief, I'm just gonna blame you, okay?
Fair.
Yeah, so, I mean, you won the feature race. Did you see what happened there with regards to Meepo and our gamer?
Uh, I knew I was coming out behind, and then all of a sudden I come out the pits, and it's clear air, so I did not.
Yeah, so it looked like it would have been a battle between you and Meepo for the win today, but unfortunately, our gamer. Yeah, it looked like on the start finish straight, they're on a straight. Our gamer got overtaken by Meepo. Meepo, or our gamer, then fed in very quickly behind Meepo and actually tagged him and sent him into the wall. Um, so Meepo lost a lot of time because of that. But yeah, you wouldn't have been aware of that. But I think if that hadn't happened, you probably would have had a bit of a battle anyway. But after that pit stop, I mean, was it just plain sailing for you to the flag then?
Um, sort of. Considering I had the game crash as well just before, um, I would have probably come out way ahead of Meepo, so I was ready for a battle, but like you said, it was a pretty boring race. The sprint was fun though. Did a lot of overtaking. Um, did a lot of bonking too, and getting bonked as well. So overall, great crack, as the Irish would say in Australia today.
Yeah. Yeah, the sprint race definitely. It always seems to be a bit more action than the feature race, but um, yeah, Australia. Like, what do you think of the track? Do you like it?
It's fun in F1 cars. In F1 2 or Jesus, in F2 cars, it feels very wonk. Like for example, um, what's the corner? Entering sector 3, the quick left right, and then
Yeah,
there's a DRS straight, and then there's a
yeah,
right turn.
yeah.
That turn on F1 cars, when you go on the inside, there is a bump, but with the F1 brakes, you can easily just mitigate the bump. But with the setup and the suspension you have on the F2 cars, for some reason that bump almost feels like you're going on a ramp, like the wheels completely lift off the ground. So that's why McKenna rammed into me twice, and that's also why every time you'd see people going down the inside, they'd always clip. So that was pretty rough. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty fun to drive.
Yeah, it looked like it was fun. Um, yeah, but the F2 cars do seem to be quite clunky, and yeah, and I've noticed as well, Slipstream
Yeah.
it's almost as powerful, if not more powerful than DRS.
Yeah, it's weird because in Jeddah, I knew the slipstream and F1 cars were really quick, and F2 cars last week as well, or the week before, it was great. I did not expect the slipstream to be that powerful in whatchamacall in Melbourne today. But I think it has a lot to do with the setup as well, because we're running, at least I was running 40 front wing and 2 rear wing, so perhaps having that like suction down to the ground and such a high rear made for like a good push for the car behind or something. I don't know how this game's physics work, but it was pretty insane, that's for sure.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I would employ you to go back and look at that incident between Meepo and our gamer because I think it was a very interesting. You like on a straight, you think right, okay, the
Hmm.
overtake's done, it's all good, but uh,
I have it here.
yeah,
See.
have a look at that. See, I would be interested in because I thought maybe you caught it because you were behind, but obviously, yeah, those guys already pitted. I think Meepo had already pitted,
Uh,
so you missed
no,
out
I
on it.
just yeah, I'm looking at Meepo ghost car went completely through me. I did not see that. I genuinely did not catch that at all. I think they were side by side when I looked back, exiting the pits, and then when I looked forward and I looked back again, Meepo was just gone. So I thought something had happened before the start finish straight.
All
But
right.
looking at it though, it's weird because Meepo's obviously he's as far left as he goes. He moves a bit right, and then it's almost like our gamer's AI kind of takes over for a second, like jolts left.
Hmm.
That's really weird. 'Cause I
Hmm.
don't think, I mean, we have to see a POV, but it looks like our gamer goes straight and then left. The Meepo also cuts across a tiny bit, but definitely have to see on board before making a comment.
Yeah, well, I've got our gamer in the wing, so I'm going to ask you the final question. What? First of all, actually, it's a two-part question. What race is next week, and do you like that race?
That's a fair question. F2 information. Here we are. We have Monza. Oh lord. Um, either uh, mixed.
Yeah, yeah,
Mixed. It's gonna be a slipstream fest probably. If
yeah.
and yeah, I think really it's gonna be either a slipstream fest or it's gonna be the quick boys just go like find all the time they can in the corners, and then after that it's just everyone's kind of separated, or it's gonna be very compact because the slipstream's so powerful. So it's either gonna be that or that.
One other question, actually, then. I want to ask about setup. Like, how much impact does the setup have on the F2 cars?
I'd say a lot. I think I've noticed on you need a lot of front wing and not a lot of rear wing. Like for example, today it was 40 and then 2 on the rear. I think last week was something close to like 30 and 12. So the front end is really important because there's a lot of grip on these cars if you're in the right gear. If you can like pin it second gear mid corner and
Yeah.
it just sticks for some reason. So as long as you have front rear or front grip or Jesus front wing, you're fine.
You should try commentation, man. Like that just sounds like me doing a stream. I'm just like tripping over my words left, right, and center. But yeah, great to
That'll be
have you join us in the commentators booth and give your take on that incident. Um, but as I say, I'm eager to get to our gamer now and find out what he says. So be sure to tune in for that one. But Justin, we'll hopefully speak to you again soon. We'll see you on track in Tier 1 in 2 days' time. So good
for
luck with
sure.
that. Also, just before you go, I noticed the championship is starting to get a bit interesting now because you've gained some more points on McKender.
Ooh.
So you're starting to rein him in. It is a tall order, as you know, but McKender is starting at the back, so you do have that advantage to your name. So who knows? It is possible. So, yep. So again, thanks for joining us in the commentators booth, and thanks for choosing the driver of the day. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Cheers, bro. Right, and our gamer, the man of the moment. What have you got to say for yourself? I see you're in chat there with Speedy. He's obviously got his mind made up about that incident. I only saw what I saw on stream. It looked like a cold-blooded murder. But what is your take on
I agree.
it?
I don't know. It's very stupid. I don't know. I was two in the moment. I was fighting Nepo, and I tried to get like when he passed me, I tried to go like behind him to get a slipstream because I didn't want to like let him go. But yeah, we were too close, so I clipped his I think gearbox or I don't know. Not rear tire though. I think it was even further back than his rear tire, and I spun. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, have you had a chance to look back at the incident and just to see what the contact was then? Yeah.
Yeah. I think I think his gearbox is what I hit. I don't know. It's like something further back than his wheel. I think I don't know. Kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know. At the moment, I want to do DNF immediately because that was just extremely stupid for me. Because like I don't know, like you can't really take out someone straight like that. It's very stupid to do that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, when I first saw it, I thought because there would have been previous versions of this game where netcode contact was a thing where you didn't actually have to even hit a car, you just had to be near them, and you kind of see it in iRacing a bit, that netcode contact where it's like
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it might have been something like that where you didn't actually hit him, but the game decided that you did hit him, you were just that close. But
No,
yeah,
no. There was like a puff of smoke. I think. Yeah, I see a puff of smoke when I clip his rear. So yeah, I think it's even registered on my game that I. Yeah.
see, I was trying to give you an out there. I was trying to give you a bye
No,
bye.
I take full blame because it's kind of I don't know, very stupid move.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
the rest of the race was so.
Yeah,
Or is this only a question you have?
the race was like shaping up to be a real epic battle between Justin and Meepo for the win. So that incident just denied that battle from taking place and effectively killed the whole race. So
Honestly,
yeah,
Justin had the pace on everyone in this race, and he had like 2 or 3 laps fresher tires, maybe 4 even, because I don't know. Andy Maple pitted a bit earlier for the undercut, maybe I don't know, but yeah, I think Justin would have much fresher tires, and he had pace on Maple early on in the race, so I think Justin would have won regardless. But yeah, I think I took a P2 from Maple. It was pretty guaranteed for him. Yeah.
well, the thing is, we'll never know now because you denied that chance of that playing out. So yeah, I don't know how you're gonna sleep tonight, man. You're gonna it's gonna be echoing around your head. You're gonna be like, no. I'm just trying to make you feel bad, but it sounds like you already feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't beat yourself up too much about it, but yeah, maybe. I don't know how Meebo took it. Was there words after the race, or we just stay clear?
He wasn't happy. Yeah, I don't know. Of course, if it was me, I was taken out like that, I've been furious as well. But sometimes he goes over the line in general. But it's okay.
And tell us about your sprint race. How did that go?
Sprint. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I had zero grip on my rear. I thought I had like 70 degree temperature on my tires because on the start and like after turn 1, I had like my rears were just spinning the whole time. So I spun on the corner on like the wall exit of turn 1 to the left, and I got wing damage, and I just continued that the whole race. It was fun. I think I got a dizzy. I think it was his first time driving F2 also. It was fun, even with wing damage, but I just got so many warnings because it's pretty hard to stay within the lines when you have wing damage. It's just so much understeer.
Yeah. And I was speaking to Justin there. We were saying like the slipstream effect is quite potent here. You know, in Australia, it seems to be even more effective, if not on par with actual DRS. Were you finding that as well?
I felt like the slipstream was stronger.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Which
Yeah.
made me which made me consider like the move that you were doing on Meepo. You were trying to obviously get as much slipstream as possible. You know, get in tight behind him. But you know, was that part of it? Like, you know, you were thinking, I need to slipstream here just to keep on the back of this guy. Yeah.
Honestly, like the back straight, it was like an overtaking spot because how big the slipstream advantage was. So it's basically like DRS or even like Max Verstappen against the Mercedes in Real F1 in Australia. It was very strong. So yeah, I thought maybe if I took the slipstream, I could maybe send it into turn 1 or keep close for turn 3 or 2. I don't know. But yeah, I was just not willing to give up the spot, but it was too much. I think over the line. Yeah.
There you have it. So yeah, it's gonna be a long sleepless night for you tonight as you wait for that report to drop and then the penalty to arrive.
I did already drop it, so
Okay.
I already reported myself.
Oh, you reported your. Oh, there you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you the final question. What are your thoughts on the next race, which is Monza?
Monza, I don't know actually. It's fun driving F2.
Yep.
And with the slipstream with the DRS, it's gonna be even more fun. But I just need to keep my front wing intact for a full race. That's my goal. Because I think I have never had a clean race with no front wing damage in F2. So yeah. That's my goal. No podiums, no wins, just that. Yeah,
Just bring it home in one piece.
yeah, that's that.
Safety car mode.
I think even in what?
I was just saying safety car mode.
Ah, yeah. That's it. Just bring it home.
Bring it home, yeah.
I see someone in the waiting room browsing the magazines, so maybe Pullman.
Oh, he's gone. Just as you said that, he's gone.
Honest,
Why did you say that? Oh, there he's back.
I
No,
don't know. No one likes me.
There's something else I was going to ask. No, he's gone. He's back. What the hell's he doing? No, it's gone. I forgot what I was going to ask you. It was probably not important anyway.
Yeah, as all of the questions.
Damn, it's gone. It was a really
What?
good question though. It was really going to get to the heart of the matter, and
What is it related to tier 2?
I don't know what. It's gone completely. But I just know that it was a brilliant, like one of the best interview questions I've ever asked.
Wow.
But it's gone now because you interrupted me. But whatever.
You're always blaming me.
Yeah.
It's getting sad.
Well, you know, you're just going to take the blame today for everything after the cold-blooded murder we saw on track.
Just look out for tier 2 is gonna be even more spicy. I'm sure of that.
Yeah. Well, you know, you killed someone now on track, so you got that out of the way.
Yeah. Honestly, like I have a clean sheet for like 3 seasons now. 3 seasons, nothing. And in 2 races, I killed Tunari and I killed Mepo. So maybe I have an agenda against Finnish people. Maybe I'm racist against them.
It's starting to seem that way, but the jury's out for now. But yeah, we always like seeing you on track, man. Always a lot of battles happening and stuff, and yeah, there were some good battles there early in the races. But yeah, hopefully next week you can bring it home. Tier 2 tomorrow. How are you feeling about that one then?
No, okay. I got a good TT time, but when I practiced with Tunari and Matt, we seem to have similar pace in quali and race. So I think just about survival and consistency. And I hope the reserves are behaving well. Let's just say that.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, okay.
that's you for now. No sad music this time around. Just
Oh, yes.
I was thinking about what kind of music could we have up for you. Like I was thinking we could have like I don't know, some kind of murder mystery.
I think it'd be perfect for side music, honestly, because I'm feeling very down. So.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll spare you this time, but yeah, the sad music will be back at some point this season, I'm sure. But thanks for joining us in the commentators booth, our gamer. We will we'll see you tomorrow on track in tier 2, and
Yeah.
until then, goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
And last but not least, we have Eagle Goose, who made his F2 debut today. He is a tier 2 and a tier 1 full-timer, I think. Or was. Or will be, or shall be. Anyway, we saw you had support in chat. Action Brother, who is your brother, was cheering you on, loving life. And we did see you in some battles today. Obviously, F2 cars are a wee bit different than F1 cars, so just give us your kind of take on the whole weekend, how it played out for you.
Thanks. First of all, sorry for disturbing you, because you were going to ask the best interview question to AR Gamer.
No, we'll just blame our gamer for that.
No, yeah, sprint race was really difficult to find the pace and yeah, to get the right handling in F2, because it's really very different. In the start also, just immediately at the start, everyone flew away because I was really gentle on the throttle, but it seems in F2 you can really push a lot more. I didn't know. And then yeah, I started in P2, I think, because I qualified in P9. So yeah, all the fast guys were coming. I really tried to hold them behind me. And yeah, sometimes it worked, so I was kind of surprised. But yeah, at the end they overtook me. and I really just tried to follow. And yeah, actually, the sprint race was just a practice for the full race, and then yeah, in the full race, my pace was really a lot better. Um, yeah, I even got some nice overtakes, I think. Um, really fighting for the points, but then yeah, at the end, yeah, one corner, just a little too much of throttle, and yeah, I was gone. And then yeah, that was over for points.
Yeah, we saw you were like in that midfield battle for quite a significant part of the race.
Yeah.
And it looked very enjoyable for the most part. But yeah, F2 is a tough gig because you have obviously the fast guys at the front, and then you've guys at the back who are also incredibly fast, like McKender, Jury, and Prince, who don't qualify, so they're making their way through the grid. And then you've obviously got the guys in the midfield you're already battling, and then you throw these guys into the mix. And then you've got the reverse grid as well, from the qualifying. It mixes things up even more. So it can be quite unsettling, when especially in the sprint race, you find you're constantly battling people. You just feel like you're constantly under attack. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, that seems to be the way of F2. If you can hold your nerve, if you can just keep your calm in the storm, you probably will come out pretty good. But as you saw today, small mistake, yeah, and that'll just throw you out of the contention for points. But I have to ask, Tier 1 is this week. We are going to Abu Dhabi, and
Yep.
you're my teammate, so I'm hoping, I want to ask you live on air, are you going to carry the team this Friday?
I don't know. I haven't tested Abu Dhabi yet, so I have actually no idea because I have the EA online service problem in France in the time trial. So normally I pick a good setup from one of you guys, one of my friends, and then I just try. But now I just can't even compare me with my friends. I can't see their times and can't copy a setup. So I need to use YouTube or the internet or just the top 100 guys. But I'll see. Yeah, maybe you can send me a good setup.
Oh yeah, yeah. If I get one, I haven't done any laps yet, but I'm really hoping you carry the team. Abu Dhabi. I like the track, but I'm not very good at it compared to other guys. But it's tier 1, you know. Scoring
Yeah.
points in that tier is a mission. But if anyone can do it, I think it's you this Friday, man. No pressure.
No pressure, yeah. I have no idea.
We
Yeah,
should
I
really
think.
practice together. That's what we should do. We should.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Um, we should, yeah, maybe we should get that sorted for tomorrow if there's time. But yeah, so what do you reckon,
Yeah,
F2? Do
alright.
you think you'll be back in F2? You think you'll dip your toe in
Yeah, I
again?
think so. If I have time, yeah, I definitely will. It was very fun. Like you said, the close battling, you're always battling, and yeah, that was just so much fun. Even though I messed it up, yeah, really enjoyable, and I really want to join again.
You know what? I just remembered the question I was going to ask our gamer. It wasn't even so much as a question. It was more, right, so Mons is next week at F2, right?
Hmm.
I have an OP strat, okay? So instead of braking for turn 1, hear me out, okay? Instead of braking for turn 1, you just go straight ahead. You go full speed ahead. You get a 10-second penalty, right? But you've navigated that whole turn 1 thing on lap 1. So you just fly,
Yeah.
what, as long as you have a 10-second gap to P2, you're going to win the race easy.
Yeah, if you can hold it there, yeah. Why not?
Yeah, but that's the hard part, but if you get through turn 1 and there's a big incident behind and there's no safety car, you could be potentially like, already won the race. So I'm just putting it out there, it's a viable strategy. I did
True.
try it in practice once. It didn't work out. I came P3 in the end, but it's one way of just like not having to deal with turn 1 is just go straight
Yeah.
full speed. I don't know what the
But
FIA would say about that now, but maybe as league admin I shouldn't be advocating that.
disqualification.
Yeah.
But is Monza next week in F2 or F1?
Yeah, it's F2, yeah.
Ah, okay, because then yeah, with the reversed grids, then it will be difficult. Because if you want to cut turn 1, then you have to start in the front, of course. Because if you start at the back, then the other guys are already braking in front of you, so you can't really cut it.
Yeah.
Unless you're going on the cross. But
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Because one thing I noticed over the season of F2 is Slipstream is pretty potent. It's almost as potent as DRS, and obviously you don't have ERS, so if you
indeed.
there's a lot. Everyone knows Monza is just basically straights, isn't it? It's a couple of corners thrown in there, but mainly it's a straights. If you can get on the back of someone, going on to a straight, you're gonna get the move done most likely. So yeah, I think if you're smart with the slipstream, you're gonna make up a few positions and finish in the points for sure. So we'll look forward to see how you do next week if you do sign up for that one.
Yeah, true.
But
Yeah, I really liked the driving without ERS and a more powerful slipstream. It was really fun, yeah.
Yeah, and I get, you're just more focused on the actual racing. Obviously, with the ERS is a wee bit manipulated, isn't it? Whereas without it,
Exactly, yeah.
you have to do, you have to get the move done without ERS, but you do have DRS and the slipstream, which combined can be quite powerful in the F2 cars. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up for now. Appreciate you joining us on the stream. Just wanted to have a wee chat with you, and you're seeing as it was your debut performance, and
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yep.
Thank you. It
Yep.
was nice talking to you.
Yeah, and we'll speak to you soon, Eagle. Okay.
Okay.
And
End the stream.
And that's it for now. Yeah. So thanks everybody who is still watching and who watched the race there. Definitely gonna have a wee look back at that instant between our gamer and Meepo and see exactly what happened there. But it looks like the FA will be taking a look at that after the race. And hopefully next week I'll be back with Tipsy Bob, who hopefully will have his internet sorted and be gracing the mic once again. Definitely missed him today, but hopefully did a decent enough job. Feel free to give constructive criticism after the race. And with that said, tomorrow we head to Tier 2 at Abu Dhabi, and then Friday Tier 1 Abu Dhabi. So we're back, we're racing, and we're going to get back into it tomorrow. Championships are alive and up for grabs in both tiers, and very much looking forward to seeing who comes out tops there. But we have quite a number of races to go, so stay tuned. We've got plenty of racing coming up on the SLR, so subscribe, like for more quality content, and until next time, it's goodbye from myself.